Welcome to Magister Management Podcast, Faculty of Economics and Business, Mercu Buana University.
Welcome to Magister Manajemen Podcast, Universitas Mercu Buana. Today we have a special guest from Malaysia. She is the professor in organizational behavior section, and she also expert in entrepreneurship, particularly in sustainability in small medium enterprises. I introduce you our guest today. I am Dudi Permana, PhD, and for this moment I will introduce our guest today, Professor Nordinah bin Ahmed. Right now, she is Dean of School of Management, Universitas Sains Malaysia. Most welcome, Prof.
Thank you, Dr. Dudi.
Okay.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, thank you. So we are very lucky to have you here because of, as you know, for your information, besides he has expert in practical, he also have a highest achievement in academic, professional, and services. For your information, is you are the PhD student or master degree student and undergrad student. She already has several publications, particularly in Scopus, with almost 61 Scopus and ERA publication, and from also the index 29 ASI publications. So besides that, she also has some experience in industry and also practically in academicians. Okay, for our topic today, Prof, we will talking about the hot issues right now. Maybe it's not only in Malaysia and also in Indonesia, maybe in the global right now. We will talking about that sustainability issues.
Right.
But from this moment, we want to make it a little bit sharp, our discussion today, that will be focused on how the small medium enterprise also contribute in implementation of sustainability issues. So from your opinions, what does sustainability mean for small medium enterprise, and why is it increasingly important in today's business landscape, Prof?
Right. Thank you. And I think what you have highlighted just now is a very important topic.
Okay.
Contemporary issues that we have been discussing globally and worldwide. Okay. And of course, it has come to our shores, Asia. Yeah. We are now becoming more aware. There's heightened awareness about the importance of sustainability. Okay. Now, when you talk about SME and sustainability, I think the term sustainability cut across sectors, cut across sizes of organization. Okay. So we track back the history of sustainability. You cannot run away from triple bottom line, TBL. Yes. TBL that has been coined by L. Kington in 1995 is actually the era where people start looking beyond profit. Okay. So organizations should not just focus on profit. Now organizations should also focus on environment and also social. So profit, planet, and people. Triple bottom line. Okay. And that has also impacted SME. So SME now are urged to not only go for financial pursuit, but also taking care of the environment and taking care of the social. So that literally means SME and sustainability when it comes to triple bottom line. And now, if you are aware of the latest development, which is ESG, environment, social, and governance. Yes. So you see, the term that has been coined in 1997 has become big now, and ESG has been impacting not just large organizations, but also SME. So if you want to invest, in a company or in organization, they will look at your profile. Do you pursue environmental agenda? Do you go into your social agenda? Do you really practice ethical practices in your governance? So environment, social, and governance. All right. So that's basically what we mean by sustainability in short.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. So as we know, maybe for the largest corporation, they don't have a problem in implementing of sustainability practice, right? But the uniqueness challenge for the SMEs that they sometimes maybe they try to find out what is sustainability is. So from your perspective, what is the unique challenge for the SMEs to implementing of that?
I see. Okay, small, medium enterprises, they have common problem.
Okay.
One main problem that they are having is the liability of smallness, because they are small.
Yeah.
So they face a lot of constraint, financial constraint, good talents, and other resources constraint. So in terms of embarking on sustainability journey, they have to think through very carefully. With financial constraint, what can I do with this limitation in my finance, and what can I invest? I cannot go big, but I can go small. I can invest in small things first. Energy saving, because energy saving doesn't require that much unless you want to go solar, right? And also maybe practicing paperless practices. That's sustainability in the basic term. Then when you have accumulated enough resources, you can go big, such as you can have waste management system. That requires a lot of investment. So for me, number one, the challenges is always the resources, and also the lack of awareness. Because of this constraint, their focus is more towards sustaining the business and making sure that they remain afloat in the industry. So that will indirectly lead them to profit generation, or focusing on profit, financial pursuit, and that can easily digress the focus of SME owners. So awareness is important, resources is another issue, and also to get the buy-in from their stakeholders, internal and external. Those are issues that SMEs are facing, which may not be that much of a constraint to large firms.
Okay, Prof, that's very interesting, right? So, but sometimes that SMEs not realize. So, why I should implement the sustainability? So, as we know that if the as the SME can create or implement the sustainability, so that can be impact for their competitive advantage, right, in their industry, and also can be improve their brand reputation or accessing new markets. So, what is your comment about that statement?
Right. Sometimes when we talk about sustainability, we always think about the rocket science kind of agenda. We think of something that it is totally big. Whereas in management and in business, we have what we call ambidextrous strategy. Ambidextrous strategy talks about while you are exploiting or making do with what you have around you, at the same time, you try to go for your big move. You explore more. So my take is, if SME fail to understand the importance of sustainability in today's era, they are going to be in a dangerous position. Why? Because of technology advancement, people can say anything anywhere in social media. One click of a button can reach thousands of viewers, thousands of listeners. So if they don't pursue sustainability, sooner or later they will see the repercussion, the negative impact. For one thing, like you mentioned just now, brand is important. Image building is important. The green image, ethical image, pursuing social agenda, taking care of the environment, those are important visibility for SMEs. It may come a bit late, but if you don't do it now, you may be outcompete in your industry. So that's my take in terms of understanding or relating sustainability and SME.
So what is the strategy they explained before?
All right, it's tough.
This is very important.
That's the toughest part, because we mentioned about, they don't have money. How do they go about doing this? Okay, for me, I always hold on to this concept called bricolage. Bricolage talks about first looking at what's around you, who I have around me, what I have within my means, who I have collaborators. So why don't I go and fill in my gap, linking myself to the right collaborators? Network, universities, we have our KPI for sustainability, linked to the SMEs, because that's our CSR, and it's win-win collaboration. Number two, there's a lot of scheme. I'm sure in Indonesia, same like Malaysia, we have green financing scheme.
Yes.
We have also tax relief for those who pursue green agenda or sustainability agenda. There's a lot of incentive given to small and medium enterprises who from the onset states that they are going to go with environmental agenda, social agenda, and at the same time generate profit to remain afloat and to try further.
Okay.
So to wrap this up, collaboration is one. Looking for the right opportunities, what kind of alternative financing is very important, and also to understand the importance of looking what you have around you. Thinking around the box. Have you heard of thinking outside the box? That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you heard of thinking inside the box? Ada. But we don't hardly talk about thinking around the box.
Yeah, okay.
So which means look at those around you or things that you have around you and make full use and leverage on their strength to fill in your gap. And at the same time, you contribute back to them.
Okay.
Right? So that's my take.
Okay, that's great explanation, Prof. Okay, so can you give us that maybe one of the SMEs that get success in the implementation of sustainability in your, maybe in Penang or Malaysia, that as we know that you also have contributed in the community services, right, program, and you get several grant for that, right? So can you give example for us?
Sure.
Prof?
I mean, there's plenty of examples, but the only thing that I did not really manage to capture is how far they have been after they have started to be employing or embarking on sustainability.
Okay.
But there's one company that I have been sharing with my friends and my students, especially when you talk about sustainability. There's one initiative in Malaysia called bagi initiative. That's a company. Very funny. Bagi.
Okay.
So, but the whole idea of this company is that they are 4 of them co-founders, and they are interested to accumulate and gather all the end life product, meaning to say product that is considered as defect, product that has not been used any longer, and they use that to recycle, and they produce a lot of nice accessories for men and women in terms of bags, and luggage, a lot of things. So if you are interested in more, you can just Google BG Initiative Malaysia.
Okay.
Try and see what they have got to offer.
And
they sell good things also.
Even though that's from your explanation, they did a small thing, look like how they can reduce and can manage the production, right? But actually, they already contribute for the implementation of sustainability. That's great, Prof.
Right.
Okay, so let's say that even though there are some opportunities in implementing of sustainability in the SMEs, but we realize that there are several biggest barriers, right, in SME in implementing the sustainability business model, Prof. So what is that your analysis for that?
All right. Yes, there are a lot of challenges. I mentioned just now about the lack of resources, the liability of smallness, the lack of financial aspect to contribute or to bring sustainability into the organization. But what I think most important is it is not just bottom up. Bottom up means we start from the SME and then to grow further. What is most important is if we are serious about sustainability in our country, the government have to play an important role. The government have to play an important advocating role to provide incentivization, to provide support scheme, intervention, to make sure that these people or this organization who actually pursue real context of sustainability can be given the right support as need. One of the example I mentioned already about green financing, that's one. Maybe tax relief, maybe other form of incentive, and also capital. It's not capital investment. It's more of building talent because they don't have good remuneration package to attract good talent. Often good talent will go to large organization. So if they can build the capacity and also talent building to support this SME, then that would be great. right? And I believe the government is doing it now, and more need to be done. To achieve the real context of sustainability in SMEs.
Okay, thank you. So that's the role of the government policy is very important thing. That's it, Prof. Okay, so in the short term, SMEs balance, so they also have sometimes that mostly there's SME that we know they're only thinking about that strategic myopia, right? They're only thinking about the short-term strategy. So how do you call that? How to pursue them, or how do you call it? We communicate with them. Sometimes when we did our community services activity, Prof, in university. Sometimes we introduce about that sustainability program to SMEs, particularly in Jakarta in Indonesia. But sometimes they most of them they defend of that. So when I implementing of the sustainability in my business, that's the cost consume. So what for? That can be reduce my profit, right? So but one part of that sustainability from your explanation and earlier, that triple bottom line, we are not only thinking about the profit, right? In the long term, you have to think about your continuity of your business. So from your perspective, how to handle it this condition?
All right. To get the buy-in is always not easy.
Yeah.
Especially when it involves money.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, I mentioned about government role.
Okay.
So if you are serious about pursuing this sustainability, good success stories, narratives, award, competition is also important. Because you now showcase to the public that we are being very serious about our sustainability agenda, and we are putting these good SMEs who pursue sustainability as your role model. So success stories, good narratives are very crucial, because if you management, right, strategic management, you know that to motivate, you need to incentivize. With incentivization, they will perform better. So that cycle should also be put into place if you want to pursue sustainability in this subject matter. And the other thing is, I think, yes, it is not easy. I always believe in collaboration. We do a lot of collaborative initiative on sustainability in USM. USM talks about sustainability even before SDG exists. There's a book on sustainability or transforming higher education for sustainable tomorrow, published in 2000, talking about sustainability. So we showcase every year all the good success stories of projects and initiative on sustainability, and eventually people buy in. So that create multiplier effect to get people excited about sustainability. So that is one example that government can also employ to showcase that we are very serious about sustainability, and we are doing it for the nation and for the country. That's my take.
So the collaboration is very important thing, right, Prof? So I'm so surprised actually USM already implemented 2000, right? So the when I came to Penang and last month, right? And last year, I saw that in the main gate from Minden, right? So the biggest of SDGs already been displayed in the board, right? So this make me happy. That's my previous campus when I'm PhD. So already been implement that sustainability in the campus. So in your perspective, what is the practical step can SMEs owner take today to begin the integrating sustainability into their operation, Prof?
All right. I think again, if they are really serious about it, it should be in their plan. It should be in their mission. It should be in their vision. It shouldn't be something that it is really big to start with. You can start small. As I always believe in incremental, initiative, where if you know that you are having lack of resources, you know that you are facing financial constraint. So you start something small, and with all these small wins that you gather, you will then accumulate sufficient resources to make a bigger move. So as simple as saving the energy, you know, and saving water, go paperless. That's basic. That doesn't require much expenses. And by doing so, actually, you are saving your a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then you can go with investment in waste management system. Right? So that's bigger move, and then you can go really other big move when you accumulate sufficient resources. So number one for me, if you are really serious about pursuing sustainability, it should be in your plan, it should be in your mission and vision, and then take small step at a time. Take small step at a time. If you know that you are facing resource constraint, but unless if you have enough sufficient money to fund big projects, why not? Right. So that's basically what I see from taking a practical move towards sustainability. Other than that, of course, as I mentioned, talent development, making sure that people are aware of the importance of sustainability, and most importantly, educate your people and your team that this sustainability agenda have a long-term advantage to your organization.
Yes, of course.
The image building, the reputation, the trust from the customers, right, and also from your stakeholders, right.
So, so for your audience who have a business right now, you can start from the small thing, right? Like Prof. Hasina already explained it. By using saving the water, efficiencies in using an energy, you also can reduce some costs that can create your profit. You can start from the small things. It's very interesting, Prof. So my last two questions. From your point of view, how do you see sustainability shaping the future for SME in the next 5 until 10 years, Prof?
Huge. I think if they really embark on sustainability agenda, it may take a bit of time before they can see the advantage or the benefit of undertaking sustainability, but it will benefit them in the longer run. And you see now, because of the borderless world that we are living, because of the advancement in the technology and the digital era, the word of mouth moves very fast. And the eco-friendly movement that we only see in the northern hemisphere now comes to our shore, now comes down to the southern hemisphere. So previously, without this social media, it is hard for us to get news, right? Now with the social media, we get news every other day. So if, let's say, your SME pursue seriously sustainability agenda, people will start talking, word of mouth. And then you will excite and you will entice more consumers and buyers to join the bandwagon. So for me, there's a lot of multiplier effect, as I say, that will bring back good benefit, advantages, and profit to SME. And when we talk about sustainability, you don't have to discard the profit part. You need to be profitable to maintain afloat and to pursue more environmental and social agenda. So that's basically my suggestions to SMEs.
So our audience, that's Prof. Haslina, very how do you call that? Belief and said that will be the huge implementation in sustainability, is it, Prof?
Yes.
So very confident that that will be happen in the future. So most of that SMEs in the world will implement that sustainability implementation in that business. So the last question, Prof. So, what advice would you give to SME hesitant to embark on their sustainability journey? So, especially those unsure of the return on investment.
Right. So, I think my simple advice is, if not now, when? If not now, when? So you don't want to be the laggards, the one who always stay behind in terms of trying out new things or embarking on a noble journey. Sustainability is a noble quest because we take care of everything. It's not just about us. If I say about us, we are talking just about profit to our own company and our own stakeholders. But I'm talking about environment, I'm talking about social agenda. How can we give back to our planet and to our people? So there's no other suggestions and there's no other advice that I want to give except the question, if not now, when?
So are you agree with the statement that sustainability is the never-ending journey.
It is not. It is always a progress.
Okay.
It is always work in progress because you will venture into new things. You will see new technology coming up, new development. So you will keep on. You need to keep on the momentum going. And do you know that if you notice, there's a report that says the fish that we eat now, if you check, it contains a lot of plastic chemical.
I do agree. Yes.
And it's in our body, and it is like time bomb.
Okay.
Anytime it can burst. So are we going to just ignore that? And that's our job as individual and as also the producer, SMEs.
Yeah.
You know, it's their noble quest, and if you do something that is noble, I mean, you will get more in return.
Okay.
So that's my take.
Okay, Prof. Thank you so much. So there is no suggestion, but the comment from Prof, if not now, when you will be started, right? So thank you so much, Prof. It's very interested podcast nowadays. Thank you so much for your coming to Mercu Buana. It's very, I think it's very special invitation for us. You can come today, and for your audience, hopefully you can receive several messages that related to the sustainability issue in small medium enterprise, and just waiting for the next podcast from Magister Manajemen Universitas Mercu Buana. Me, Dudi Permana, PhD. Thank you so much for your attention nowadays, and just follow the Instagram and also YouTube from Magister Manajemen University Mercu Buana. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you for having me.
Again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam.